So if you're watching this video, you've either just purchased a Coravin and you're not sure how to use it, or you don't know what a Coravin is. It's C-O-R-A-V-I-N. Coravin is the name brand. If you're not familiar with this, what it allows you to do is to pour out a small amount of wine from a bottle without uncorking it. And then it injects an inert gas into the bottle to keep it fresh. So it's key for anytime you have maybe an expensive bottle of wine and you don't want to, you're not going to be able to finish the whole bottle. This is a way to enjoy a small sample of that wine. Or if you have, you're interested in doing tastings from different types of wine and you want to try different types of wine, this would also work to pour small amounts of the wine out. And so how this works is, there's a bunch of different models for Coravin. This specific one has a needle, a sharp needle you can see here, and that has a tiny hole, very similar to what you might see on a sewing machine. And that needle is going to pierce through the cork of the wine, and then it's going to, there's a cartridge in here with some argon gas. When you push down on the trigger, it's going to essentially suck the wine out, shoot it through this spout here, and then inject the argon gas back into the bottle to keep it fresh. It's a great concept. This bottle's already been done several times, and it's very hard to detect any type of piercing there. You can see when you turn it upside down, it doesn't leak in any way. It's been enjoyed several different times with this Coravin. So I am going to show you how to use this, show you how it works, and also maybe a little bit of troubleshooting for people who, if your Coravin's not working, some tips and tricks on how to get it back to a working condition. Okay, so again, here's the Coravin base itself. There is a clamping mechanism here that as you kind of pinch together, it will open and close the handle. And essentially what that's doing is it wants to slide around the bottle so you have a nice snug fit there. So when you're ready to press down, the needle will pierce. If you hold this here, and you want to be careful because the needle is sharp, but if you hold it on the edges, and you'll see that this moves up and down. So that's going to be your mechanism to puncture into the cork. And then you have your trigger here and the spout. And once you've pierced this into the bottle, you're going to want to turn it like this, get your glass ready, and then you're going to push the trigger down, let go, and it's going to start to pour out the bottle of wine. On this, you can see that when I'm pushing this, you're not hearing any gas. That could be two things. One, if you unscrew this, you'll notice that you have a argon cartridge, very similar to like a whipped cream cartridge. This just fits right up in there, and then you screw this on to make sure the connection is there. So either if you're pushing this button down and you're not hearing any noise come out of there, any type of gas noise, then either that cartridge needs to be replaced, or it's possible there's a blockage in the needle itself. Now this is just a thread. You can unscrew and kind of take this needle out to inspect it. You can wash it. There is a filter tool that you can kind of thread it with that they sell on their website. But one good way to troubleshoot if you need new gas or not is to just simply remove this needle, push down. If you're still not hearing any noise, then you know that your cartridge needs to be replaced. And I'm going to do that now. So these cartridges you can buy on their website. You can get them on Amazon. There's 3 to a package. It's relatively cheap. You get about 15 to 20 pours, about 15 to 25 ounce pours from each cartridge. So I'll unscrew this. I'm going to remove this old one, put in the new one. And just by the nature of screwing this in, you'll hear a connection being made, and that kind of what forces the cartridge up in. And if I push this now, you can hear it. So there you hear the noise. So now we know we're set and good to go. Okay, so let's get some wine out of this this bad boy. I've got this bottle here. The The most important thing you really want to do, I mean, the object of using the Coravin is to make sure that no oxygen makes its way into this bottle. So the first thing you really want to make sure you do is clamp this on, okay? So you get it nice and snug so that you've got the needle ready. I always push it down just a little bit so it's there. And then this is kind of what I was alluding to is the most important. Just give it a little bit of a push to eject any oxygen that might potentially still be in the system here. And then you're just going to want to push down pretty strong. That goes in, make sure you hold the bottle, otherwise this bottle might tip. Then the needle is in and you're pretty much ready to go. So at this point, you just simply grab your glass. You're going to tip it 45 degrees. You're going to give it a push. You're going to let go. And out comes the wine. It's that simple. And you can hold this here for a while and it's going to give you about 5 ounces. Now if you wanted to at any point, you can just tip this back if you didn't want that much. And you can leave it there. Now it's ready for the next pour at this point. Or if you were completely done, you could simply pull straight up and out and you are removed from the wine. And again, now you may want to let that cork sit for a second, but for the most part, it's pretty sealed. The oxygen's out of it. It's not going to leak. And there you go. Cheers. You got your wine, and you didn't waste an expensive bottle.